The silent struggles of Lisa Johnson. Lisa Johnson had always been different. Growing up in a small town in the southern United States, she knew from an early age that her skin color would always set her apart. But instead of letting the prejudice and discrimination she faced define her, Lisa chose to let her kindness and warmth shine through. Now in her late 20s, she worked as a waitress at a modest diner called the Bluebird Cafe, where she had been employed for nearly 7 years. The diner was known for its home-cooked meals and cozy atmosphere, but it was Lisa's radiant smile and genuine care for the customers that kept many of them coming back. Lisa had faced her fair share of challenges. As a black woman in a predominantly white town, she often had to endure condescending remarks, dismissive attitudes, and blatant racism. It wasn't uncommon for customers to refuse service from her, requesting a different waiter or waitress to take their orders. Though this hurt her deeply, Lisa never allowed bitterness to take root in her heart. She had grown up in a household where love and compassion were paramount, and she clung to those values fiercely. Her mother, a strong-willed woman who had raised Lisa and her 3 younger siblings on her own, always taught them to rise above hate. "Baby, don't let the darkness in this world dim your light," her mother would say. "You were born to shine, and shine you must, no matter how hard it gets." Those words echoed in Lisa's mind whenever she faced adversity, and they gave her the strength to keep going even when she felt like giving up. Lisa had become something of a local hero at the cafe. She knew the names of all the regulars, their favorite dishes, and even their personal stories. For many, she was more than just a waitress. She was a friend, a confidant, and sometimes even a counselor. She had a way of making everyone feel special, no matter who they were or where they came from. It was this quality that had caught the attention of one particular customer, an elderly man named Henry Thompson. Henry was a World War II veteran in his late 70s, who had been coming to the Bluebird Cafe every Saturday for the past few years. He was a widower with no children, and his only living relatives were scattered across the country, too busy with their own lives to visit him regularly. Henry was wheelchair-bound due to a spinal injury he had sustained during the war, and he had long since grown accustomed to doing things on his own. His disability had taught him resilience, but it had also made him wary of depending on others. The first time Henry met Lisa, he had been struck by her genuine kindness. He had wheeled himself into the cafe on a rainy Saturday morning, his clothes soaked from the downpour outside. Lisa had immediately rushed over to help him, not out of pity, but out of a deep-seated compassion that she extended to everyone. She helped him into a dry seat, fetched him a warm cup of coffee, and even dried off his wheelchair with a towel. From that moment on, Henry became one of her most loyal customers. Every Saturday, Henry would arrive at the cafe and Lisa would be there to greet him with a smile. She always made sure to give him the best seat in the house, right by the window where he could watch the world go by. She knew his order by heart: a stack of buttermilk pancakes with a side of crispy bacon and a small pot of honey instead of syrup. They would chat about everything from the weather to the latest news, but Lisa could tell that there was a deep sadness in Henry's eyes, a sadness that no amount of small talk could erase. Despite his cheerful demeanor, Lisa sensed that Henry was a man who had seen too much, endured too much. She noticed the way his hands would sometimes tremble when he talked about the war, how his voice would falter when he mentioned his late wife, Margaret. Lisa had never pried into his past, but she had made it her mission to bring a little bit of joy into his life, if only for the few hours he spent at the cafe each week. One Saturday evening, just as Lisa was getting ready to end her shift, she heard the familiar jingle of the cafe's doorbell. Looking up, she saw Henry wheeling himself through the entrance, his usual bright smile lighting up his face. But something was different this time. His eyes seemed to hold a certain glimmer, a hint of excitement that she hadn't seen before. "Evening, Mr. Thompson," Lisa greeted him warmly as she rushed over to help him. "You're cutting it close today. I was just about to close up." Henry chuckled, a sound that was as comforting as it was rare. I know. I couldn't miss out on my favorite meal of the week now, could I?" Lisa grinned as she guided him to his usual spot by the window. "You know I'd never let you go hungry, Mr. Thompson. You're my best customer." As she went to fetch his order, Henry called out to her, "Lisa, could you sit with me for a moment? I got something I want to talk to you about." This was unusual. Henry had never asked Lisa to sit with him before, and she could tell from his tone that whatever he had to say was important. Curious and a little concerned, Lisa brought over his pancakes and coffee before sliding into the seat across from him. "What's on your mind, Mr. Thompson?" she asked gently, her eyes full of concern. Henry took a sip of his coffee, savoring the warmth before he spoke. "Lisa, you've been a bright spot in my life for the past few years. You've treated me with more kindness and respect than I've ever known, and I've come to think of you as family." Lisa felt a lump form in her throat. She hadn't expected this. She had always considered Henry a special customer, but hearing him speak so fondly of her touched her deeply. "That means a lot to me, Mr. Thompson," she replied, her voice thick with emotion. "You're like family to me, too." Henry smiled, his eyes crinkling at the corners. Well, that's good to hear because what I'm about to tell you is something I would only share with family. Lisa's heart began to race. She wasn't sure what Henry was about to say, but she got a feeling it was something big. She leaned in, giving him her full attention. Lisa, Henry began, his voice suddenly serious. I've lived a long life and I've made a lot of mistakes. But the one thing I regret the most is not being there for people when they needed me the most. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and I've decided that it's time for me to do something about it. Lisa listened intently, unsure of where this was going. Henry reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small, worn envelope. He handed it to Lisa, his hands trembling slightly as he did so. I want you to have this, he said quietly. Lisa stared at the envelope, her heart pounding in her chest. She hesitated for a moment before taking it from him. What is it? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Open it, Henry urged. With trembling hands, Lisa carefully opened the envelope and pulled out a folded piece of paper. As she unfolded it, she realized it was a check. Her eyes widened in shock as she saw the amount written on it, $100,000. Mr. Thompson, I can't accept this, Lisa stammered, her mind reeling. This is too much. Henry shook his head, a look of determination in his eyes. Lisa, I want you to have it. You've given me so much more than just a meal every week. You've given me hope, kindness, and a reason to smile. This money is nothing compared to what you've done for me. Use it to make your dreams come true, to take care of your family, or to do whatever it is that makes you happy. Tears welled up in Lisa's eyes as she struggled to find the right words. Mr. Thompson, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. Henry reached across the table and gently took her hand in his. No, Lisa. Thank you. For everything. As Lisa sat there, holding the check and staring into the eyes of the man who had just changed her life forever, she knew that this moment would stay with her for the rest of her days. Henry Thompson had given her a gift far greater than money. He had given her the gift of believing in herself, of knowing that her kindness and love had made a difference in someone's life. Little did she know, this was only the beginning of a journey that would lead her to places she never imagined, a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and the discovery of her true self. The $100,000 was a blessing, but it was the bond she had formed with Henry that would carry her through the trials that lay ahead. And as she walked home that night, her heart overflowing with gratitude, Lisa knew that she had found something far more valuable than money. She had found a friend, a family member, and a guardian angel in Henry Thompson. The shadows of change. The following weeks were a whirlwind for Lisa Johnson. The $100,000 check Henry Thompson had given her not only transformed her financial situation, but also ignited a deep reflection on her life's direction and purpose. As Lisa adjusted to her newfound reality, she grappled with the emotional and practical implications of such a significant gift. For the first few days after receiving the check, Lisa was in a daze. She continued her usual routine, but her mind was occupied with thoughts of what to do with the money. She couldn't deny that her immediate impulse was to use it to improve her family's living conditions. Her mother, still working tirelessly at a local factory, had been struggling to make ends meet since her father's passing. Lisa knew that her mother's health was deteriorating from the stress of constant labor, and she wanted nothing more than to ease her burden. But the gift was not just a means to financial relief, it represented a fresh start, a chance to dream beyond her current reality. Lisa had always wanted to further her education and perhaps open her own cafe, a place where she could share her passion for cooking and create a welcoming space for others. She had kept these dreams alive in the back of her mind, knowing they were far from reach with her current financial constraints. The check was an opportunity to turn those dreams into reality. As Lisa contemplated her future, she decided to visit Henry's modest home to thank him personally. Although she had already expressed her gratitude, she felt that a face-to-face visit would better convey her appreciation. Henry lived in a quaint suburban neighborhood, not far from the cafe. His home was modest but well-kept, a testament to his disciplined and orderly nature. Lisa arrived at Henry's house on a crisp autumn afternoon. The leaves had turned shades of amber and gold, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of fall. She parked her car and walked up the path leading to Henry's front door. Taking a deep breath, she knocked gently and waited. Henry answered the door with a warm smile, his eyes lighting up when he saw Lisa. Lisa, it's good to see you. Please come in. Lisa stepped inside, greeted by the comforting smell of baking cookies. Henry's home was a cozy haven, filled with photographs and mementos from his life. Lisa took in the pictures of Henry with his late wife, Margaret, and the medals of honor displayed in a glass cabinet. I didn't want to intrude, Lisa said as she followed Henry into the living room. I just want to thank you again, in person. Henry waved her off with a humble gesture. Oh, please, it's my pleasure. I'm glad you could make it. Can I offer you some tea? Lisa accepted gratefully, and as they settled into comfortable armchairs, the conversation naturally turned to their lives. Henry listened intently as Lisa spoke about her plans and dreams. She shared her aspirations of furthering her education and possibly opening her own cafe. Henry's eyes shone with pride and encouragement. You know, Lisa, Henry said thoughtfully, it's not just about the money. It's about recognizing and seizing opportunities when they come your way. You have a kind heart and a strong spirit. I've seen that in you every time you've helped me. I believe in you, and I think you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Lisa felt a surge of emotion. Henry's faith in her was a powerful motivator. She realized that this was more than just financial support. It was a beacon of hope, a reminder that there were people who believed in her. As the weeks went by, Lisa took concrete steps towards her goals. She began researching educational programs and potential locations for her cafe. She enrolled in online courses to improve her culinary skills and business knowledge. Her evenings were filled with studying and planning, while her days at the cafe were spent with renewed vigor, knowing that each shift was a step towards her dream. Despite her excitement and determination, Lisa faced numerous challenges. The transition from waitress to student and aspiring business owner was not smooth. She struggled to balance her studies, work, and family responsibilities. The stress began to take a toll on her health, and she found herself working long hours and sacrificing sleep. Her family noticed the change in her, and while they were proud of her ambition, they worried about her well-being. Her mother, in particular, expressed concern about Lisa's heavy workload and the strain it was putting on her. "Lisa, you're working too hard," her mother said one evening as they sat together at the dinner table. "You need to take care of yourself, too. We appreciate everything you're doing, but don't forget to rest." Lisa tried to reassure her mother, but the weight of her responsibilities was overwhelming. She felt like she was constantly juggling multiple roles, and the pressure was mounting. One evening, after a particularly grueling day, Lisa was on her way home from the cafe when she received a call from an unknown number. She answered, curious but wary. "Hello," she said. "Lisa Johnson?" A stern voice on the other end asked. "Yes, this is she," Lisa replied. "This is Anderson from the Bluebird Cafe," the voice continued. "I'm calling to inform you that your previous employment is no longer available." Lisa's heart sank. Anderson was the new manager who had taken over the cafe a few months ago. He had a reputation for being harsh and unapproachable. The news of losing her job was a blow she hadn't anticipated, especially given how much she had invested in her plans. "Why?" Lisa asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "Is there a reason?" "Due to recent restructuring and performance reviews, your position has been terminated," Anderson said curtly. "You'll receive your final paycheck in the mail. Good luck with your future endeavors." Lisa hung up, her mind racing. Losing her job was a significant setback. It not only affected her financial stability, but also her ability to balance her studies and plans. She felt a mixture of anger, frustration, and helplessness. As she walked home, Lisa's thoughts were a whirlwind of doubt and uncertainty. She had worked so hard to create a better future for herself and her family, only to have it threatened by unexpected circumstances. The weight of it all seemed almost unbearable. When she arrived home, she sat down and began to cry. Her mother, noticing her distress, came over and sat beside her, offering comfort and support. "Lisa, I know this is tough, but you've faced challenges before. You're strong and you'll get through this. We'll find a way to make things work." Her mother's words, though comforting, did little to alleviate Lisa's worries. The next few days were a blur of uncertainty and frustration. Lisa had to adjust her plans and find new ways to support herself and her family. Despite her best efforts to stay positive and focused, she struggled with the reality of her situation. Just when Lisa felt like she was losing hope, she received a surprising phone call from an unexpected source. It was the restaurant's secretary, who had been in touch with Henry Thompson. "Hello, Lisa," the secretary said warmly. "I have some news for you. Henry asked me to contact you and let you know that he wants to meet with you. He mentioned something about an opportunity he might have for you." Lisa's heart skipped a beat. Henry's intervention could be just what she needed to turn things around. She agreed to meet him, hopeful that this meeting might offer a solution to her current predicament. The next day, Lisa went to Henry's house, her mind filled with anticipation. As she arrived, she was greeted by Henry's friendly smile, which offered a glimmer of reassurance. "Lisa, come in," Henry said, ushering her inside. "I'm glad you could make it." They settled into the living room and Henry began to speak. "Lisa, I've been following your progress and I'm impressed with your dedication and hard work. I know you faced some setbacks recently, and I want to help." Henry explained that he had connections in the local business community and that he was willing to help Lisa secure a grant to support her educational and entrepreneurial aspirations. He had been advocating for her behind the scenes, and his efforts had yielded positive results. Lisa was overwhelmed with gratitude. Henry's support was a lifeline, offering her a chance to continue pursuing her dreams despite the recent challenges. She thanked Henry profusely, her eyes shining with tears of relief and joy. "You've done so much for me," Lisa said, her voice choked with emotion. "I don't know how to thank you enough." Henry smiled warmly. "You don't need to thank me. Just keep moving forward and make the most of the opportunities you're given. That's all I ask." With renewed hope and determination, Lisa embarked on a new chapter of her journey. The support from Henry and the grant he helped secure gave her the financial stability she needed to focus on her education and business plans. Though the road ahead was still filled with challenges, Lisa was ready to face them with the same resilience and optimism that had always defined her. As she continued to work towards her goals, Lisa remained deeply grateful for the unexpected twists of fate that had brought her to this point. She knew that her journey was far from over, but with the support of friends like Henry and the unwavering love of her family, she felt more prepared than ever to embrace the future with open arms. Rising from the ashes, Lisa Johnson's life began to shift in ways she could scarcely have imagined. The Grant Henry Thompson helped her secure open doors she had once only dreamed of. With renewed determination, Lisa threw herself into her studies, her business plans, and her new role as an aspiring entrepreneur. Each day brought new challenges, but Lisa was more than ready to face them head-on. The transition was not without its obstacles. Balancing her studies with part-time work at a local cafe and her responsibilities at home was an exhausting feat. Lisa often found herself juggling multiple roles: student, caregiver, and aspiring business owner. Yet despite the overwhelming demands on her time and energy, she remained committed to her goals. Her days began early with a rush to attend her online classes before heading to her part-time job. In the evenings, she would return home to study, work on her business plan, and care for her family. Many nights, she would find herself working well into the early hours, driven by the desire to make the most of the opportunity Henry had provided. One particularly demanding day, Lisa had just finished a shift at her part-time job and was heading home when she received a phone call from the university. She had applied for a scholarship to help with her education expenses, but had not heard back. The anticipation had been building, and as she answered the call, her heart raced with hope. "Hello, Ms. Johnson," the voice on the other end asked. "I'm calling to inform you that you've been awarded the scholarship you applied for." Lisa's breath caught in her throat. "Are you serious?" she asked, her voice trembling with emotion. "Yes," the caller confirmed. "Congratulations. We were very impressed with your application and achievements. The scholarship will cover a significant portion of your tuition and fees." Overwhelmed with relief and joy, Lisa thanked the caller repeatedly before ending the call. As she walked home, the weight of her worries seemed to lift, replaced by a sense of exhilaration and renewed hope. The scholarship was a testament to her hard work and perseverance, and it was a clear sign that her efforts were paying off. With the financial burden of her education alleviated, Lisa was able to dedicate more time to her business plans. She spent countless hours researching and developing her cafe concept, focusing on creating a unique and welcoming space that would resonate with her community. She wanted her cafe to be more than just a place to get a meal. She envisioned it as a haven where people could gather, share stories, and find solace. Lisa's late-night study sessions were now punctuated by creative brainstorming sessions. She meticulously crafted a business plan detailing every aspect of her vision, from the cafe's menu and decor to its marketing strategy and target audience. She sought advice from mentors and industry experts, drawing on their experience to refine her ideas and ensure her cafe would stand out. As Lisa worked tirelessly on her plans, she was also managing to maintain her academic performance. Her coursework was rigorous, but she found solace in the knowledge that each assignment and exam was bringing her closer to her ultimate goal. The grant and scholarship provided a solid foundation, but Lisa knew that her success depended on her dedication and resilience. Months passed, and Lisa's hard work began to bear fruit. She completed her online courses with high marks and gained valuable insights into the culinary and business aspects of running a cafe. Her vision for the cafe was taking shape, and she began to search for a suitable location. The search was challenging, as she needed a space that was both affordable and in a location that would attract customers. One day, while browsing through real estate listings, Lisa came across a small, charming storefront in a bustling part of town. It was slightly larger than she had initially envisioned, but it had a warm and inviting atmosphere. The location was perfect, close to the university and surrounded by other small businesses that attracted foot traffic. Lisa felt a surge of excitement as she envisioned her cafe in the space. After several meetings with the landlord and extensive negotiations, Lisa signed the lease for the storefront. It was a milestone that marked the beginning of a new chapter in her journey. With the space secured, she began the process of transforming it into the cafe she had always dreamed of. The renovation process was both thrilling and exhausting. Lisa poured her heart into every detail, from selecting the paint colors and furniture to designing the menu and crafting the cafe's brand identity. She wanted the space to reflect her personality and values, warm, welcoming, and full of character. She enlisted the help of friends and family who supported her with their time and skills. Despite the progress, Lisa faced setbacks along the way. Unexpected repairs, delays in delivery, and budget overruns tested her patience and resolve. There were moments when she questioned whether she had taken on too much, but she reminded herself of the dreams that had fueled her journey. Her determination never wavered, and she pushed through the challenges with unwavering focus. As the opening day of her cafe approached, Lisa's excitement was palpable. She had named it the Bright Spot Cafe, a tribute to the light and hope she had found in her own life and the lives of those she hoped to touch. The cafe's grand opening was a community event, and Lisa was eager to share her vision with her friends, family, and the public. On the day of the opening, Lisa arrived early to put the finishing touches on the cafe. The space was filled with the aroma of freshly baked goods and brewed coffee, and the decor was both inviting and elegant. Lisa's heart raced with anticipation as she prepared for the influx of guests. The doors of the Bright Spot Cafe opened, and the first customers trickled in. Lisa greeted each one with a warm smile, her heart swelling with pride and gratitude. The cafe quickly filled with chatter and laughter, and Lisa felt a profound sense of accomplishment as she watched people enjoying the space she had worked so hard to create. The response from the community was overwhelmingly positive. Customers praised the cafe's cozy atmosphere, delicious food, and friendly service. Lisa's vision had come to life, and it was clear that the Bright Spot Cafe had found a special place in the hearts of those who visited. As the days turned into weeks, the Bright Spot Cafe continued to thrive. Lisa's dedication and hard work paid off, and the cafe became a beloved fixture in the community. The sense of fulfillment she felt from creating a space where people could gather and connect was immeasurable. Lisa's journey had been filled with obstacles, but each challenge had taught her valuable lessons and strengthened her resolve. She knew that her success was not solely due to her efforts, but also to the support and encouragement she had received from those who believed in her. In the midst of her success, Lisa made it a priority to give back to her community. She started a program at the Bright Spot Cafe that offered free meals to those in need, continuing her legacy of kindness and generosity. She also mentored aspiring entrepreneurs, sharing her experiences and insights to help others achieve their dreams. Reflecting on her journey, Lisa felt a deep sense of gratitude for the twists of fate that had brought her to this point. The support from Henry Thompson, the opportunities she had seized, and the love and encouragement from her family had all played a crucial role in her success. Lisa's story was a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the impact of kindness. She had faced adversity and risen above it, turning her dreams into reality and creating a lasting legacy in her community. As she continued to build on her success and pursue new goals, Lisa remained committed to the values that had guided her throughout her journey: kindness, generosity, and a belief in the power of hope. The Bright Spot Cafe was not just a business, it was a symbol of Lisa's unwavering spirit and the transformative power of dreams. And as she looked toward the future, Lisa knew that her journey was far from over. There were new challenges to face, new dreams to chase, and new opportunities to embrace. With the lessons of her past guiding her and the support of those she cherished, Lisa was ready to continue her journey and make a difference in the world. Trials and triumphs. As the Bright Spot Cafe settled into its role as a cherished community gathering place, Lisa Johnson's life began to take on a new rhythm. The cafe's success brought with it both rewards and responsibilities. Lisa found herself juggling the demands of running a thriving business, nurturing her personal relationships, and continuing her quest for self-improvement. Each day presented new challenges, but Lisa's unwavering commitment and resilience saw her through. The cafe's warm and inviting atmosphere quickly made it a favorite spot for locals. It became a place where people came not just for a meal, but for a sense of belonging. Lisa's efforts to create a space that fostered community connections were paying off, and she took great pride in the way her vision had come to life. However, the success of the cafe also meant that Lisa's responsibilities multiplied. Managing the cafe required a delicate balance of oversight and delegation. Lisa had hired a team of dedicated employees who shared her vision and values. Together, they worked to ensure that every aspect of the cafe ran smoothly. Lisa took an active role in training and mentoring her staff, emphasizing the importance of exceptional customer service and maintaining the cafe's welcoming environment. Despite her best efforts, Lisa faced inevitable challenges. The cafe industry was notoriously demanding, and Lisa found herself navigating the complexities of inventory management, staff scheduling, and maintaining high standards of quality. There were days when the pressure seemed overwhelming, and Lisa struggled to balance the demands of her business with her personal life. One particularly busy evening, the cafe was abuzz with activity. A local charity event was being held at the cafe, attracting a large crowd. The energy in the room was electric, and Lisa was grateful for the opportunity to support a worthy cause. However, as the evening progressed, the volume of customers and the pace of service began to take their toll. Lisa's team was working tirelessly, but the pressure was mounting. Orders were backed up, and the kitchen was struggling to keep up with demand. Lisa could see the stress on her employees' faces, and she knew that they needed support. Without hesitation, she stepped in to help, coordinating orders, managing the front of house, and ensuring that everything ran smoothly. Amidst the chaos, Lisa's phone buzzed with a message from her mother. It was a simple, heartfelt note of encouragement, reminding Lisa of the support she had at home. The message provided a moment of solace and reminded Lisa of the importance of staying grounded and focused on her goals. As the event drew to a close, Lisa's efforts paid off. The charity event was a success, and the cafe received praise for its excellent service and support. Lisa felt a deep sense of satisfaction as she watched the guests leave with smiles on their faces. Despite the challenges, the evening had reaffirmed her commitment to her vision and her belief in the power of community. The following weeks brought a new set of challenges. Lisa had been working on expanding the cafe's offerings to include catering services. It was a natural extension of her business and aligned with her goal of creating a positive impact in the community. However, launching a catering service required significant planning and resources. Lisa devoted considerable time to researching and developing the catering program. She created a menu that reflected the cafe's values and focused on providing high-quality, delicious options for various events. She also worked on establishing partnerships with local businesses and organizations to promote the new service. The process was both exciting and exhausting. Lisa spent countless hours meeting with potential clients, preparing sample menus, and coordinating logistics. Despite her enthusiasm, she faced moments of doubt and frustration. The demands of running the cafe while simultaneously launching a new service were challenging, and Lisa sometimes questioned whether she could manage it all. During this period, Lisa's relationship with her family was put to the test. Her mother's health had been deteriorating, and Lisa found it increasingly difficult to balance her caregiving responsibilities with her business commitments. The strain began to take a toll on her, and she struggled with feelings of guilt and inadequacy. One evening, after a particularly tough day, Lisa sat down with her mother to talk. Her mother, sensing Lisa's distress, offered words of wisdom and encouragement. "Lisa, you've worked so hard to create something wonderful," her mother said softly. "But remember that taking care of yourself and your family is just as important. You don't have to do it all on your own." The conversation was a turning point for Lisa. It reminded her of the importance of self-care and the need to seek support when needed. She realized that she couldn't pour from an empty cup and that prioritizing her well-being was crucial to her long-term success. Lisa decided to seek help and delegate some of her responsibilities. She hired additional staff to support the cafe's operations and enlisted the help of a professional consultant to assist with the catering program. The decision allowed her to focus on her health and well-being while ensuring that the cafe continued to thrive. With the added support, Lisa was able to regain a sense of balance and perspective. She continued to work diligently on the catering program, and the new service quickly gained traction. The positive feedback from clients and the success of the catering events reinforced Lisa's belief in her vision and her ability to overcome obstacles. One of the most memorable moments during this period was a charity gala organized by a local nonprofit. The event was a major undertaking, and Lisa was thrilled to have the opportunity to contribute to such a meaningful cause. The gala was held at a prestigious venue, and Lisa's catering service was tasked with providing the food for the evening. The event was a resounding success, and Lisa's culinary creations were met with rave reviews. The gala provided valuable exposure for the Bright Spot Cafe and solidified its reputation as a community-focused business. Lisa felt a deep sense of pride as she reflected on the impact her cafe was making in the lives of others. Amidst the professional achievements, Lisa also made time for personal growth and reflection. She continued to nurture her relationships with friends and family, finding solace in their support and companionship. Lisa recognized that her journey was not just about achieving business success, but also about creating a meaningful and fulfilling life. As the year drew to a close, Lisa took a moment to reflect on her journey. The Bright Spot Cafe had become a beloved part of the community, and its success was a testament to her hard work and dedication. Lisa had faced numerous challenges and setbacks, but each one had taught her valuable lessons and strengthened her resolve. The end of the year brought a sense of accomplishment and gratitude. Lisa celebrated the cafe's milestones with her team, acknowledging their contributions and hard work. The Bright Spot Cafe had not only become a thriving business, but also a symbol of resilience, hope, and community. Looking forward, Lisa was excited about the future. She had ambitious plans for the coming year, including expanding the cafe's outreach and continuing to support local causes. She was committed to building on her success and making a positive impact in the community. Lisa's journey had been marked by trials and triumphs, but through it all, she had remained true to her values and vision. Her story was a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of self-care, and the impact of kindness and generosity. As she embraced the new year, Lisa felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. She was ready to face the challenges ahead with the same resilience and optimism that had guided her throughout her journey. The Bright Spot Cafe was not just a business. It was a reflection of her spirit and her commitment to creating a brighter future for herself and those around her. With each new day, Lisa continued to build on the foundation she had created, striving to make a difference in the world and inspire others to pursue their dreams. Her story was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, hope and determination could light the way to a brighter future. Trials of the Heart. As Lisa Johnson navigated the challenges of running the Bright Spot Cafe and managing her expanding responsibilities, she found herself facing new trials that tested her resilience and character in unexpected ways. The cafe had become a cornerstone of the community, but Lisa's journey was far from over. She had achieved much, yet the road ahead was filled with complexities that would shape her personal and professional life in profound ways. The cafe's success had not only brought Lisa professional fulfillment, but also attracted attention from various media outlets. Local newspapers and lifestyle magazines featured the Bright Spot Cafe in their stories, celebrating its role in the community and its founder's inspiring journey. While the publicity was positive, it also brought increased scrutiny and expectations. One day, Lisa received an invitation to appear on a popular local talk show. The segment was to focus on successful local entrepreneurs, and Lisa was excited about the opportunity to share her story with a broader audience. She saw it as a chance to promote the cafe and inspire others who might be facing their own challenges. As the day of the interview approached, Lisa prepared diligently. She rehearsed her talking points, coordinated with the show's producers, and selected an outfit that would convey both professionalism and warmth. She was determined to present herself and her cafe in the best light possible. On the day of the interview, Lisa arrived at the studio with a mix of excitement and nervousness. The studio was bustling with activity, and Lisa could feel the energy in the air. As she waited for her segment, she reflected on her journey and the impact she hoped to make with her appearance. When it was time for Lisa's interview, she was escorted to the set. The host, a charismatic and well-known figure, greeted her warmly and led her to the interview chair. Lisa took a deep breath and focused on conveying her passion and enthusiasm for her cafe and its mission. The interview went smoothly, and Lisa spoke eloquently about her experiences, the challenges she had faced, and the values that guided her. She shared stories of the cafe's community impact and her commitment to making a positive difference. The host and the audience were captivated by Lisa's sincerity and dedication. However, as the interview concluded and Lisa left the studio, she encountered an unexpected challenge. A reporter from a rival publication had been present at the taping and published a critical article about Lisa and the Bright Spot Cafe. The article questioned the cafe's practices and cast doubt on the authenticity of Lisa's story. The article was both surprising and disheartening. Lisa had always been transparent and genuine in her efforts, and the negative publicity felt like a blow to her integrity. She was devastated by the public scrutiny and struggled with feelings of self-doubt. Lisa's friends and family rallied around her, offering support and encouragement. They reminded her of her accomplishments and the positive impact she had made on the community. Despite their reassurance, Lisa found it challenging to shake off the negative emotions and focus on moving forward. Determined to address the situation head-on, Lisa decided to publicly respond to the article. She issued a statement clarifying the facts and emphasizing her commitment to transparency and ethical practices. She also invited the reporter to visit the Bright Spot Cafe to witness firsthand the positive impact it had on the community. To her surprise, the reporter accepted the invitation. Lisa prepared for the visit with a mix of apprehension and hope. She wanted to use the opportunity to demonstrate the cafe's values and the genuine connection it had with its patrons. During the visit, the reporter was given a tour of the cafe and met with employees and customers. Lisa shared stories of the cafe's community initiatives and the ways in which it supported local causes. She also discussed the cafe's commitment to quality and the care that went into every aspect of its operation. The reporter's perspective shifted as they witnessed the cafe's positive impact and met the people who benefited from its services. After the visit, the reporter published a follow-up article that acknowledged the cafe's contributions and rectified some of the earlier misconceptions. While the article didn't entirely erase the previous negative coverage, it helped to restore some of Lisa's credibility. The experience was a significant trial for Lisa, but it also served as a reminder of the importance of resilience and perseverance. She learned valuable lessons about handling criticism and maintaining integrity in the face of adversity. The support from her community and the opportunity to address this situation directly reaffirmed her commitment to her mission. As Lisa continued to manage the Bright Spot Cafe, she encountered another personal challenge. Her mother's health had continued to decline, and Lisa found herself increasingly focused on caregiving responsibilities. Balancing her role as a caregiver with her responsibilities as a business owner was emotionally and physically draining. Lisa's family had always been a source of strength and support, and she relied on them to help manage her caregiving duties. Her siblings and extended family members stepped in to provide assistance and share the responsibilities. Despite their support, Lisa struggled with feelings of guilt and exhaustion, finding it difficult to strike a balance between her personal and professional commitments. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, Lisa sat down with her mother and reflected on their journey together. Her mother, despite her illness, was a source of wisdom and comfort. "Lisa," she said softly, "you've always been a source of strength and inspiration. Remember to take care of yourself, too. You can't help others if you're not taking care of your own well-being." Her mother's words resonated deeply with Lisa. She realized that self-care was not a luxury, but a necessity for her well-being and effectiveness as a caregiver and business owner. Lisa began to make time for herself, seeking moments of respite and relaxation amidst the demands of her life. The challenges of balancing caregiving with her business responsibilities continued, but Lisa approached them with a renewed sense of self-compassion and resilience. She found solace in small moments of joy and connection with her loved ones. The support from her family and the strength she drew from her experiences helped her navigate the complexities of her dual roles. In addition to her personal challenges, Lisa continued to innovate and expand the Bright Spot Cafe's offerings. She introduced new menu items and hosted special events that brought the community together. The cafe's success was a testament to Lisa's dedication and the positive impact she had made on those around her. As the year progressed, Lisa received an unexpected letter from Henry Thompson, the elderly man whose kindness had originally inspired her journey. The letter expressed Henry's admiration for Lisa's resilience and her achievements with the Bright Spot Cafe. It also included an invitation to a special event Henry was hosting, a gala to celebrate individuals who had made significant contributions to their communities. Lisa was deeply touched by Henry's gesture and eagerly accepted the invitation. The gala was a heartwarming event that brought together community leaders, philanthropists, and individuals who had made a difference in their respective fields. Lisa was honored to be among the recipients of recognition for her contributions to the community. The event provided Lisa with a sense of closure and fulfillment. It was a reminder of the connection she had forged and the impact she had made. As she reflected on her journey, Lisa felt a profound sense of gratitude for the support and encouragement she had received along the way. The Bright Spot Cafe continued to thrive, and Lisa's story became an inspiration to many. Her journey had been marked by trials and triumphs, but each experience had contributed to her growth and success. Lisa's dedication to her mission, her resilience in the face of adversity, and her commitment to making a positive impact had defined her journey. Looking ahead, Lisa was excited about the future. She had plans to further expand the Bright Spot Cafe's outreach and continue supporting local causes. She also hoped to inspire others with her story and encourage them to pursue their own dreams, no matter the challenges they might face. Lisa's journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of self-care, and the impact of kindness and generosity. Her experiences had shaped her into a resilient and compassionate individual, and she was ready to embrace the next chapter of her life with optimism and hope. As she moved forward, Lisa remained committed to her values and her vision. She knew that her journey was ongoing and that new challenges and opportunities awaited her. With the lessons of her past guiding her and the support of those she cherished, Lisa was ready to continue making a difference in the world and creating a brighter future for herself and others. A legacy of light. The Bright Spot Cafe continued to flourish under Lisa Johnson's stewardship, becoming more than just a business. It was a symbol of community spirit, resilience, and hope. As the years passed, Lisa's dedication and vision began to bear fruit in ways she had never imagined. Her journey, marked by trials and triumphs, had laid the groundwork for a legacy that would extend far beyond the walls of her cafe. Lisa's commitment to her community had transformed the Bright Spot Cafe into a hub for local events, charitable activities, and social gatherings. The cafe's success was evident in the growing number of patrons who came through its doors, but Lisa knew that its true impact lay in the connections it fostered and the positive changes it inspired. One day, Lisa received an invitation to speak at a national conference on social entrepreneurship. The conference was a prestigious event that brought together leaders and innovators from across the country. Lisa was honored by the invitation and saw it as an opportunity to share her story and advocate for the values that had guided her journey. As Lisa prepared for the conference, she reflected on the key themes she wanted to address. She decided to focus on the power of community, the importance of staying true to one's values, and the impact of small acts of kindness. Her experiences with the Bright Spot Cafe had taught her valuable lessons about resilience, compassion, and the importance of building meaningful connections. The day of the conference arrived, and Lisa took the stage to a warm reception. She spoke passionately about her journey, the challenges she had faced, and the impact of the Bright Spot Cafe on her community. Her speech resonated with the audience, and many attendees were moved by her story and the values she championed. Lisa's presentation was met with enthusiastic applause and positive feedback. She was invited to participate in panel discussions and workshops where she shared insights and engaged with other social entrepreneurs. The conference provided Lisa with a platform to connect with like-minded individuals and gain new perspectives on her work. As the conference drew to a close, Lisa felt a renewed sense of purpose and inspiration. The experience had reinforced her belief in the power of community and the importance of pursuing one's passions with dedication and integrity. She returned to the Bright Spot Cafe with a fresh perspective and a renewed commitment to her mission. One of Lisa's key initiatives upon her return was to establish a scholarship program in partnership with local schools and organizations. The program was designed to support young individuals who demonstrated a commitment to community service and social impact. Lisa wanted to invest in the next generation of leaders and provide them with opportunities to pursue their dreams. The scholarship program was launched with great enthusiasm, and Lisa was delighted to see the positive response from the community. Local businesses and individuals contributed to the fund, and the first round of scholarships was awarded to deserving students who had shown exceptional dedication to community service. Lisa also continued to focus on expanding the Bright Spot Cafe's outreach efforts. She initiated collaborations with local nonprofits and organizations to host events and fundraisers that supported various causes. The cafe became a gathering place for initiatives that addressed social issues, provided aid to those in need, and promoted positive change. One of the most impactful collaborations was with a local organization that provided support to homeless individuals. The cafe hosted a series of events and fundraising drives to support the organization's efforts, and Lisa personally volunteered to help with outreach and advocacy. The initiative garnered widespread support and made a tangible difference in the lives of many. As Lisa continued to lead the Bright Spot Cafe, she faced the inevitable challenges of maintaining a successful business while navigating personal changes. Her mother's health had stabilized somewhat, but Lisa remained dedicated to providing care and support. The experience had deepened her understanding of the importance of family and the need for balance in her life. Lisa's family remained a central source of strength and support. Her siblings and extended family members continued to play an active role in the cafe's operations and in her caregiving responsibilities. The bond between Lisa and her family was stronger than ever, and they found comfort in the shared commitment to making a positive impact. In addition to her community work, Lisa continued to invest in her personal growth and development. She attended workshops and training sessions on leadership, entrepreneurship, and personal well-being. Lisa recognized that her journey was not just about achieving external success, but also about evolving as an individual and growing in her capacity to lead and inspire others. One day, Lisa received an unexpected visit from Henry Thompson, the elderly man whose kindness had originally inspired her journey. Henry had been following Lisa's progress and was deeply impressed by the impact she had made. He wanted to express his gratitude and share some news that would further enrich Lisa's life. Henry had been working on a project to create a community center that would provide resources and support for individuals in need. The center was to be named in honor of those who had made significant contributions to their communities, and Henry wanted to dedicate a space within the center to Lisa's work and legacy. Lisa was deeply touched by Henry's gesture and accepted the honor with gratitude. The community center became a symbol of collective effort and a testament to the power of individuals coming together to create positive change. Lisa's involvement in the project further solidified her role as a leader and advocate for community empowerment. The Bright Spot Cafe continued to thrive, and Lisa's legacy of light and hope extended beyond her business. Her story inspired others to pursue their passions, make a difference in their communities, and uphold the values of kindness and integrity. Lisa's journey was a testament to the impact of perseverance, compassion, and the pursuit of a meaningful life. As Lisa looked back on her journey, she felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The trials she had faced and the triumphs she had achieved had shaped her into a resilient and compassionate individual. Her legacy was not just in the success of the Bright Spot Cafe, but in the lives she had touched and the positive change she had inspired. With each new day, Lisa remained committed to her vision and continued to make a difference in the world. Her story was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, hope and determination could light the way to a brighter future. Lisa's journey had been marked by challenges and achievements, but it was ultimately defined by her unwavering commitment to making a positive impact and creating a legacy of light for others to follow.